Welcome back, YouTube gang. Today we're going to be going over how you can prepare for 2.0 the correct way. Some of these things you probably don't know about and may end up saving you a week worth of progress. So hopefully you find this video helpful or informative. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. It does help with the YouTube algorithm, and consider subscribing as well. We have plenty of Inazuma content coming through and all these other sorts of guides and stuff if that's what you guys are interested in. If you guys want to catch more uploads, consider subscribing. And with that being said, let's hop right in. So number one on the list is the reputation rewards. So we all know that with Inazuma coming out, there's going to be new reputation rewards that you can get. Right here, as you can tell, reputation level is 8 for Mondstadt. And of course, hitting level 8, we get the wings of Azure Wind. Liyue has their own wings. So if you guys do want to get ahead, at least a week ahead for Inazuma, because Inazuma should be dropping on the 21st, which is Wednesday. That's the middle of the week. Make sure on Monday, the 19th of July, you do not do your bounties and you do not do your requests. Save those, put an alarm clock on your phone, anything like that, a reminder, just to remind you that once Inazuma drops, you want to make sure you do your bounties and requests in Inazuma to get a head start on the reputation so you can get those wings, those Electro wings ahead of time. All right, number 2 I want to mention is Tubby, the teapot spirit. So assuming that you've maxed out on your realm and you're getting realm currency and stuff like that, currently I almost have 10,000 realm currency. I would recommend saving some of that realm currency because most likely there will be more stuff in your realm depot if you guys already finished up. There's probably going to be more furnishing sets with Inazuma that you might want to purchase and work on that. Maybe even more sets for like this, for example. What was recently introduced in 1.6 was companionship gifts. If you put down a companion set for certain characters and you go and talk to them, go through some dialogue and stuff like that, they will end up giving you like Primo Gems, Mora EXP, talent books, even like character ascension materials like gemstones and stuff like that. So I would definitely recommend putting aside some realm currency, saving just in case more companion sets come out, because we have nothing for Kazuha yet. There could be some new ones for Ayaka, Yoimiya, anything like that in the future. And of course, make sure you save up to get those transient resins. Number 3 would be your crystals and your mystic enhancement ores. So I would highly recommend stocking up on crystals just in case that these new for 2.0, there's going to be 5 new craftable weapons. We don't know what materials they're going to need to craft them. If it's going to be like the prototype weapons and Iron Sting right here, we need crystal chunks and white iron chunks. However, it could be like Dragon Spine and use like Star Silvers on the side. Either way, I would recommend stocking up on a few crystals. If not for making the prototype itself, then at least 30 a day. Go to the blacksmith and craft these mystic enhancement ores. You can make 30 a day. It'll cost you 120 crystals, and make sure you stock up on mystic enhancement ores because with 5 new prototypes coming out, and if you take a look at this website right here, you need at least 604 mystic enhancement ores, so roughly 600 mystic enhancement ores, and 750,000 Mora to level up a 1-star weapon all the way to level 90. So we're using the bell right here, for example, as you can see. So if you guys have any plans on leveling up any of the new 4-star craftable weapons that'll be coming out, it'll be a total of, what is it, like 4 million Mora and 3,000 Mystic Enhancement Ores if you plan on leveling up all of those 5 4-star craftable weapons that we'll be getting in Inazuma. So 4 million Mora is what you need, and 3,000, roughly 3,000 Mystic Enhancement Ores. So make sure you guys can craft that via the blacksmith. It's at least 30 a day. Better to start earlier than later if you're not going to be using resin to craft. Okay, and while we're on this website, this is paimon.moe. I'll leave the link down in the description. With 2.0, they showed off some of the events that'll be taking place, and one of the events was getting a free Beidou. So for anyone out there who does not have Beidou yet, then prepping for her might be a good idea. I just calculated right here, level 1 to at least level 80. You need 247 Heroes Wit, 1.6 million Mora, 9 Amethyst chunks. All the information is right here, 108 Noctilucous Jades, and her talent books as well, Teachings of Gold. So make sure you guys stock up on any single Beidou material, assuming you don't have Beidou yet and you do plan on farming her. If you are not planning on farming her, then you can just skip this. This is not necessary, but for those of you who are, just another reminder that it's good to pre-farm for her since she will be guaranteed. All right, next up that I want to mention are your artifacts. So at the very end of the live stream, they mentioned something about a new system in place. You were able to fodder 3 of your gold artifacts in exchange for another artifact between like 4 different sets or something. They didn't explain what sets those were, but they mentioned you can technically fodder 3 of any artifacts you have, and you'll get a different set out of 4. You get to choose ahead of time. It's not random, so you get to choose which one you want. So it's not exactly like the Spiral Abyss where you open up the thing and you get a random Gladiator or Wanderers. You get to actually choose here which one you want. So for those of you who have pretty bad artifacts and you've been holding on to a bunch of your 5-star artifacts like me, maybe it's good to save them in case you want to experiment with this new system that'll be coming out in 2.0 to see if you can get something better. It's either you try and go for a better artifact. Now, still keep in mind that's going to be RNG, and you could end up foddering 3 pieces of trash for 1 more piece of trash. That's just how RNG goes. So you do have to try and remember, do you want to value artifact XP over a chance at getting a potential god piece artifact that you'll keep for the entire game? So always weigh those 2 before you decide on what you want to do. I just wanted to throw that one out there just in case. All right, this next one is another reminder, but the Golden Apple Archipelago, these islands right here, will be going away at the end of 1.6, so the start of 2.0, you will not be seeing any of these. Any more materials that you guys need, I highly recommend grabbing that. So any chests you might have missed, there's a interactive map you guys can go through to look at the chests as well. I'll leave a link to that down in the description. Any sea Ganodorma that you might want to acquire, crystals or anything. I'm assuming they'll move the sea Ganodorma over to Inazuma, and they're already going to be moving the Magu Kenki, so you don't have to worry about those materials for Kazuha. But just the chests itself, any challenges and whatnot, make sure you guys get all that out of the way. Farm up on that before it goes away at the end of 1.6. Some more things you could hoard. Right here, I would recommend having at least 5 condensed resin. 5 is the max you can hold at one time. So at least try and craft 5 condensed resin before 2.0 comes out, because there's going to be new domains, there's going to be new artifacts to do, there's going to be new talent books to do, with Ayaka being the very first banner for anyone wanting to roll on Ayaka. You guys want to make sure that you have some way to try and get a jump start on these new talent domains, new artifact domains if you guys are farming artifacts for her. Make sure you guys stock up on 5 condensed resin. This is mainly a shout out to people who don't refresh their resin with Remo gems, and more for like the light spenders or the free-to-play players out there, as well as saving your fragile resin. So make sure you save your fragile resin so you have some content to do if you're going to be rolling for the Ayaka banner at the very beginning, and maybe saving that transient resin you get from Tubby until the update comes out. So you can buy it on Monday on the 19th. You can wait until Wednesday on the 21st when the update comes. Save that transient resin, that 60 more original resin that you have that you can use for talent domains or the new artifact domains. On top of the new characters being shown off, I would recommend farming some Mora and XP. Currently, right now, with the like less than 2 weeks left until Inazuma comes out, I've put a full stop on farming for Mondstadt and Leeway talent books, as well as like weapon ascension materials. I'm pretty much done farming for this stuff, right? So right now, I'm going full-on Ley Lines only Heroes, Wit, and Mora to try and replenish, because I know that I want to at least have like 10 million Mora minimum for Inazuma, going off of everything we've talked about and the calculations with prototype weapons and stuff like that. And speaking of the prototype weapons, I would recommend trying to save your billets. If you are not in need of making refinements for like your prototype archaic, we do have 5 more craftable weapons coming out. And of course, I feel like there will be a souvenir shop in Inazuma, so even if you don't have any, don't panic. I feel like I'm like 90% sure there will be a souvenir shop, and you will be able to buy all of these billets from there using their own sigils, like the Geo sigils and Animo sigils we have here. So no need to panic, but I just wanted to throw that out there. Might be good to save your prototypes just in case you can craft these new craftable weapons. I guess one more thing I just wanted to quickly throw in. If anyone out there is farming for Gladiator pieces and you're only farming for Gladiator for that 2-piece bonus set, I know it can be rough, Spiral Abyss farming and just going around and killing bosses. You might end up with like 300 of every single boss material because you're only farming for Gladiator. Good news is the new artifact set coming out, the 2-piece set, gives plus 18% attack. So technically, or well, actually the same thing as a Gladiator piece. So I would recommend not farming for Gladiator only if you're going for that 2-piece set and just wait until Inazuma comes out 2.0 and then just farm the new artifact dungeon and go for that 2-piece instead. You'll have a much better chance. But I think that was basically it. Those are all the things that came off the top of my head. Hopefully any of this information did help you guys out there who needed to prep and plan for 2.0. If you found this video helpful or informative, please give it a thumbs up. It does help with the YouTube algorithm and helping the channel grow. And consider subscribing as well if you want to catch more uploads. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.